Good evening. I'd like to call the Zoning Board of Appeals to order for Tuesday, February 21st, 2023. Will the city call the roll, please?
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Defoe.
Here.
Mr. Friedman.
Here.
Mr. Rogers. Ms. Libet.
Here.
Mr. Havas. Madam Chair, you have 3 members. You can conduct business with a unanimous decision.
Okay, thank you. Are there any communications?
None at this time.
Okay, so we will move into the public hearing. I think this is we just have one case tonight, so we'll have the city call the case and read a summary of the case. Ask the appellant to step to the podium. State your name and address for the record, please. Explain to the board what you're asking for and why. And then actually, as per our standard procedures, if the appellant does not want us to hear the case, because there's only 3 members here and it would require a unanimous case, you can opt to be postpone your case to the next date. So we'd like to ask you that as you start off as well. And then the city will read findings of fact. We'll ask you to agree with those facts or add any other facts at that time. City will give us a recommendation, and then we will decide and make a decision. So will the city call the first case, please?
Yes, ma'am. Case number 23-02. The appellant, Allied Signs Incorporated, representing the owner, Oakland Commons Midwest LLC, is requesting the following from the board, and that's a change from the legal notice. The legal notice doesn't say representing the owner. A variance for a number of wall signs and the wall signs not facing a major thoroughfare. Number of wall signs allowed, 1 per building, 2 per building proposed. Number of wall signs not facing a major thoroughfare, 0 allowed per building, 1 per building proposed. The property is located on the north side of Northwestern Highway between Civic Center Drive and Town Square at 26060 and 26080 Northwestern Highway, Civil Parcel 2422201-023, Zone RC Regional Center. This appeal is to the Section 8.64, subsections 1A and B, Article 14, Chapter 99 of the Southfield City Code, more commonly known as the sign ordinance.
Thank you. Hi, good evening.
Hi, Jim Fields, Allied Signs, 33650 Giftos Drive, Clinton Township.
Perfect, thank
And
you. And
we're,
you're okay to proceed with
oh yes,
the 3?
yes, oh yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Again, we're after a second wall sign. The one that is allowed faces Northwestern Highway. The property, if you look at the site plan itself, with the way these buildings are laid out, they are at an angle. So you have the smallest edge of the building that's facing Northwestern, which would be considered the major thoroughfare. So there's an entry into the property off Northwestern, and then the other entry back into the shared lots is coming in off Town Square. Your hotel chains pretty much specify that they want their branding on the elevation with the entry to the hotel itself. So with the southern sign facing Northwestern, then we have the western elevation, which is actually the entry into Staybridge. So they're seeking a variance to get the second wall sign on that 300-foot frontage for their main entrance.
Okay, thank you. Will the city read the findings of fact, please?
Yes, ma'am. Findings of fact, case CDA, case 23-02. The appellant, Allied Sign Corp., representing the owner, Oakland Commons Midwest LLC, is requesting the following from the board. A variance for number of wall signs and a wall sign not facing a major thoroughfare. Number of wall signs allowed, 1 per building, 2 per building proposed. Number of wall signs not facing a major thoroughfare, 0 allowed per building, 1 per building proposed. The property is located on the north side of Northwestern Highway A survey of signage at the site reveals the following signs. One double-sided 50-square-foot conforming ground sign located near the vehicular entrance at the Northwestern Highway Service Drive, permit number PS 22-10157. 171.89-square-foot conforming wall sign on the south elevation facing a major thoroughfare, permit number PS 22-10120, Hampton Inn. 185.25-square-foot conforming wall sign on the south elevation facing a major thoroughfare, permit PS 22-10134, Staybridge Suites. The appellant is requesting an 85.25-square-foot wall sign not facing a major thoroughfare on the west side facing the parking lot of the Staybridge Suites building, and a 71.89-square-foot wall sign not facing a major thoroughfare on the east side facing the parking lot of the Hampton Inn building. 2 requested, 0 allowed. The square footage of both signs combined, 157.14 square feet, is less than the 10%, which is 455.7 square feet allowed for conforming signs facing a major thoroughfare.
Okay, thank you. Do you agree with those facts?
Yes.
Okay, is there any other facts you'd like to add at this point?
Nope.
Okay. Will you read the staff recommendation, please?
Staff recommendation, favorable consideration for the waiver requesting 2 additional wall signs not facing a major thoroughfare, 0 allowed, 2 proposed. This recommendation is based on the following. The proposed signs are consistent with the spirit and intent of the sign ordinance and the regulations which apply to the zoning districts. The proposed signs are in keeping with the character of the surrounding area and would not have an adverse or detrimental effect on the adjacent surrounding properties. The proposed signs will not interfere with or be objectionable from the standpoint of traffic safety.
Okay, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to add at this point? Okay, we'll open it up for public comment. Seeing no one, we'll close public comment and turn it over to the board. Mr. Friedman?
I have no issues with it.
Okay. Ms. Levin?
Fine with it.
Okay. My only question is, you mentioned, and I think I see on the drawing that there is an entrance off of Town Center into like the back of the parking lot?
Yeah, Town Square
There's
at
no
the top.
plan for any ground signage there? Or
No.
anything? Okay. So you think the wall signage will cover whatever's needed at that
Yep.
entrance? Okay. Okay. I think that's my only question. Okay. I'm fine with it. I just want to make sure we had all the signage covered. Will you make a motion, Shelley, please?
Sure. In regards to ZBA case 23-02, the appellant Allied Signs, representing the owner Oakland Commons Midwest LLC, is requesting the following from the board. Is requesting a variance for a number of wall signs and a wall sign not facing a major thoroughfare. Number of wall signs allowed 1 per building, 2 per building proposed. Number of wall signs not facing a major thoroughfare, 0 allowed per building, 1 building proposed. The property is located on the north side of Northwestern Highway between Civic Center Drive and Town Square at 26060 and 2680 Northwestern Highway, Sidwell parcel 2422201-023, zoned RC Regional Center. I move that we approve these, we grant a waiver for the signage for the 85.25 square feet wall sign not facing a major thoroughfare on the parking lot side of the Staybridge building, and a 71.89 square foot wall sign not facing a major thoroughfare on the east side facing the parking lot of the Hampton Inn building. I make this motion based on the fact that the proposed signs are consistent with the spirit and intent of the sign ordinance and the regulations which apply to the zoning district, and that the proposed signs are in keeping with the character of the surrounding area, would not have an adverse detrimental effect on surrounding properties, and they will not be objectionable from the standpoint of traffic safety.
Great, thank you. Can I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, your request is granted.
Thank you.
And that closes our public hearing. Looks like we don't have any minutes to approve, so that moves us to our next meeting, which is on March 21st. And looks like we have 5 cases at that meeting. Is there anything to speak to those?
Through
Yes,
the
ma'am.
chair to the board, we will actually have 6 cases that day.
so we snuck one in at the very last minute.
Okay.
And that's going to be case 22-40. It's for 22430 West 8 Mile Road, and it's a commercial property.
Okay. All right.
I noticed two of those have been here before.
Yes, so the.
One like a few weeks ago, right?
Not very long ago. So 17093 in Alta Vista came to the board, I want to say for setbacks. They did a redesign, and they're going to also include lot coverage.
Okay.
And which other one do you recognize?
The Mikvah building on 11 Mile.
Oh, yes, okay, so, that, I forget her name, but she's the nicest lady. She went to the board in 19 or 20.
Cheryl Levy?
Yes, Cheryl Levy,
Yeah.
was granted the waivers, but didn't act on it within the time frame, so she's coming in for an extension.
Okay.
That was quite a while ago, I believe.
Yeah. Seems like there should be a, like, COVID extension, just a kind of automatic extension, but, okay. Anything else? Any miscellaneous from anyone? Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved?
All in favor?
Aye.